Hello students, how are you all? Hope you all are fine. You have gone through the videos of our first chapter and understood the chapter very well. Now, whenever we meet our family members, our relatives, our extended family members, then how we meet them, that means how we get familiar with them, because you must be meeting them after a long time and lot of changes might have taken place during this period. So how you introduce yourself, how you get mixed with them, how you have fun with them, so that is only possible when you know them very well. You know their likes, you know their dislikes, and you know you. That means you are also accessible to them. That means you are also expressive to them, so that they will also come to know about you. So this is our second chapter, that is knowing ourselves and others. So before knowing others, it is very important that we should know about ourselves. We should have a clarity about ourselves, that what are our likes, what are our dislikes, what type of food we like to eat, what type of games we like to play, how we are getting influenced with them. So these are many things we should first know about ourselves, and then we should know about others also, so that we can have a good understanding about among each other. So before moving ahead, let us go through the hard words, that is organ. So organ is the part of the body that plays very important role in any organism. The organ is the part that plays very important role in performing a particular function. Every organ of the body is having a particular function. Means, like in smaller classes we say part, but as we grow older we should be having the terms related to the science, that is organ. Organ means the part that is having their specific function. Nerves, these are the bundles of fibers that help to communicate between the parts of the body and brain. We know brain is having all the control. So whatever the actions and reactions we are doing, that is all controlled by our brain. Now how the brain is knowing all these things? So this is through the nerves. Nerves, they send and give the messages to and from the brain. Mute. Mute means when we are not able to speak anything. So that is actually a disability, when we are unable to communicate with each other through words. So that is mute. Ramp. Ramp is a slope or a slide that is used mostly to travel at two levels of at different levels. Means two places at different levels we use ramp. Mostly nowadays you can see ramps and all in railway stations and all, so that we can easily drag our luggage and move. So ramp, that is when we have to move in two levels, different levels. So we use ramp. Influence. Influence means when we get a positive attitude towards someone, or somebody is attracting us with his good deeds or with his specialties, that is called influence. Suppose your father is an engineer, and from the starting only you got influenced by the work he is doing. So means you got attracted towards the work whatever he is doing, and in future you also want to be an engineer. So like that, whatever the people you are meeting, when you like them, when you like their work, their attitude, whatever the skills they are having, and you also want to do better like that, so that is called influence. Occupation. Occupation means when we do any job to earn money, that is called occupation. Means when we are doing any particular work and we are earning money against that work, so that is called occupation. Now, when you compare yourself when you were in LKG, UKG and what you were now, can you find out any difference? Yes, that is growth. Growth in the sense that your height might have increased, you might have grown taller. So why do you think these changes are taking place? So very important thing is our body changes as we grow. Clear? So every day we are growing, but very important thing is we don't know that we are growing because it cannot be judged with the naked eyes. But actually we are growing. That is the reason you can see lot of changes what you were when you were in LKG, UKG, and now you might have turned into a handsome boy or a beautiful girl. So growth is the part of life. So and our body changes as we grow. So we can see once upon a time you were a small baby, a little baby, a cute baby, and now you might have changed into handsome boy. You might have grown taller. Your height might have increased. So this is called growth. Now, why these growth takes place in our body? How we grow? So in our body we have the smallest part, that is cells. So in our body we have millions of cells, and these cells, when they multiply or divide, we grow. So these cells, where these cells are in our bones, muscles and skin. So when our bones, muscles and skin, the cells in them, they multiply or divide, we grow. So growth is an important part of our life. We all grow up to certain age. Definitely up to 18 or 19 years, we keep on going. If you say that today science madam is of this height and after 1 year she will become more taller, so that is not possible because this growth is also restricted up to certain age, mostly 18 or 19 years. Now, so we are growing. Have you ever noticed that every member in your family has some special qualities? Have you ever thought who prepares the tasty food in our house? Whose voice is very sweet? She or he might be singing very nicely, or who must be having very loud voice. When your mother shouts, you must be feeling very loud. So every person in our family has a unique quality, and we must recognize these qualities from our part. Like when you are growing, our parents, they know. You may not be knowing, but they know, yes, you are growing through your dress, through your clothes. But same way, you should know that what are the qualities your parents are having or other members of your family are having, so that you can interact with them very nicely, you can understand them very nicely, you can appreciate them very nicely. So we have seen here that as our body, our age changes, with age our body also changes. Now, so we have discussed that it is very important to know ourselves and to know others also in our family. Now, have you ever wondered when you were very small, when you were a baby, how your mother used to understand that you are hungry or you are having some problem, some pain, or you are happy? Yes, that is true. When you cry, so crying is one of the way to express our feelings. So expression of the feelings can be done when we were like a baby by crying. So the baby cries, the baby laughs, the baby fusses, the baby shouts. Why? Why do you think? Just because to get the attention of the parent, to get the attention of the mother. And very easily, even though baby cannot talk, cannot speak, cannot express with the words what is the feelings, the mother understood the baby very well. The baby can cry a lot whenever the baby is hungry or the baby is tired or going through some pain or maybe some other reason. So the mother quickly understands that baby is going through some problem and the mother gives the solution. Same way when baby laughs, so that laughing is the expression to show the happiness of the baby. So when the mother smiles, the baby also starts laughing, smiling. So these expressions, so how the mother understood the expressions, how the parents understood the expressions of the baby and understood what she want to communicate or what it want to communicate. So that is what the expressions. So this is only because they know you better, and till now they are always trying to know you in much better ways. So we should also try to know others. We should try to know what are their likes and what are their dislikes. So as I told you, when we were small, so crying, and even nowadays when you want something or when you want to attract your mother with your desires and you are not able to do it only with the words, she is not getting convinced, you start crying. So crying, it is the starting language, it is the first language how the baby communicate with others, and even you do the same thing when you are not able to convince your mother for the things that you want. So beta, it is very important, as other people are trying to know us, it is important for us also to know others. So our likes and dislikes, they are very much affected because of the people around us, because of the things around us and the places where we are living. So these things, they affect our likes and dislikes very much. The people with whom we are living, we are meeting daily, we are having some contacts. So these people, they affect our lives, they affect our likes and dislikes very much. Same way, the things, whatever the things we have or the things around us, they can affect our likes and dislikes. And the place we are living, it may have some impact on our life, on our likes and dislikes. So when we are living with our family throughout the day, we are having some contacts throughout the day. So throughout our life, we are having some relations with our family members. So these family members, they affect our likes and dislikes. They influence our likes and dislikes. And many times our opinions, our ideas also get affected because of the people we are interacting. As we interact with them, interact means to have some contact with them, that is called interaction. So when we continuously interact with the people around us, especially our family members, we get influenced with their likes and dislikes, and we also start liking those things and disliking those things. In same way, whenever we get influenced by any particular person. Suppose in your family you have somebody who is highly qualified, highly educated and doing very good job and staying somewhere abroad. So what will be your thinking? You will be feeling very influenced with that person. You will always try to have some contact with that person so that you can also have those things in your life. You can enjoy your life in the way that person must be enjoying. So this is how people influence us. This is how our family influences us when we are staying with them for a long time. Now even sometimes the profession or the occupation is also passed from one generation to another generation. For example, like I told you, if your father is a doctor and then your grandfather was also a doctor. So your father got influenced with his father and he became doctor. Same way, seeing you doing such a service to the people, a noble job, you might have also influenced and you must be also trying to do your best to become a doctor. So this is how a occupation or a profession can be passed from one generation to another generation. But this is not always the case, because we have many IAS and IPS officers whose fathers were farmers. So even though fathers were farmers, they didn't go for farming. They choose the profession they liked and they became IAS and IPS. So It is not always true to say that occupations are passed from generation to generation, but most of the time it happens and most of the time it never happens. So it is according to the situation. Now we have many rules in our family. Every family have their own set of rules, and whether we like or we dislike, we have to follow these rules very strictly. So the family traditions, the family rules, the family values, the family morals, they also affect our likes and dislikes. For example, I belong to a family that eats only vegetarian food. Clear? So, as in my home, nobody ever prepared any non-veg. I even dislike the smell of the fish or any other non-veg items, and I never tasted them also. So this is the family tradition that is getting passed. So as I never tasted and in my family nobody ate, so I am also a pure vegetarian. That means I even hate the smell of fish and meat. So this is only the example I am giving. Like that, there can be many traditions that to be followed in the house that affects our likes and dislikes. Now same way, the aroma of the food, the smell of the food, the good smell of the food or aroma, that also affects our likes and dislikes. For example, when you go home from school, and your mother has prepared something very tasty and your favorite. So is it required to go and see whether she has prepared? No. Just by the smell, you can easily guess what your mother has prepared. Clear? So the smell, and suppose there is a garbage. Do we like to have that smell? No. We close our nose and just pass. That means our likes and dislikes are also affected because of these things. So the smell of the things also affect our likes and dislikes. Then places where we are living, it also affects our eating habits. For example, I am living in Gujarat. Gujarat is famous for dokla. So if I go to another place, for example, if I go to any South India and I will search for dokla, will I get it? Not on a regular basis at least. Yes, if I want idli and dosa, definitely I will get it in each and every restaurant, each and every shop. But some things are rare. So our eating habits or our likes and dislikes also get affected according to the place we are living. And it is very important that we should respect each and every food and each and every food habits of others also, whether they belong to different states. Yes, in India, it is the best example of unity in diversity, where people, they belong to different states, but they live as a one family. And they respect the food habits. If you can see, the North Indians, they like the South Indian food very much. And South Indian, they like this dhokla, samosa and other North Indian food very much. So this is how our likes and dislikes are greatly affected by the place that we are living, and the places are affecting our likes and dislikes very much. But it is important to give respect, to give value to other eating habits also, the food habits that others used to eat. We should not make fun of the people who like idli and dosa, or we should not make fun of the people like who eat this dokla, khakra, papra and all. So it is their wish, it is their like, it is their dislike. So we should respect them, we should never treat them in some other sense. So our likes and dislikes are why it is important. So we should know our likes and dislikes, and parallelly we should know others also, their likes and dislikes also. For example, a person is sitting in front of me and he likes non-veg very much and I don't like non-veg. Then I should not speak bad words about non-veg in front of that person. The person may get hurt. I don't like, that is my issue, that is my problem, that is my wish, that is my likes. But that person likes the non-veg, fish and all. So it is his dislikes and his likes, his family traditions. So we should never hurt anyone regarding especially food habits. And nowadays we can see all food varieties are available in each and every place. All the states are having this equal opportunity for this food habits. Even you go south, you are nowadays getting this khakra, papra and all your dokla and all. And we can see here also all the stalls having this idli, dosa and all. So this means what? Wherever we go, we will get all the food that we like, but we should never insult the eating habits of others, the food habits of others. Now, I told you that just by smell of the food, we get attracted towards that food. What do you think? How this is possible? Any idea? Okay, that we will discuss in our next class. Till then, bye. Try to know yourself and try to know the family members also. Bye.